What's up, everybody? Ben Razzie here for Oddshopper, bringing you a little college basketball. I got some picks. What are we going to do? We're going to put them together and try to hit a parlay of the day. We've been doing this a couple times a week. We've been having fun. We hit a couple, obviously. We're trying to hit things at 6-1. You're not going to hit that many, but we're going to find the games today and do just that. If you're hopping in for the first time checking us out, welcome to Oddshopper. All things betting, free content. Check us out. Like, subscribe, be part of the community. We can talk about what's going on in just a second, but let's dive into the games. Let's start building out the parlay. You see the card here. This will be quick. I don't even need to scroll. I'm taking the first game of the night, a 6:30 Eastern tip, and man, it's a tough game. There's no doubt. Feels trappy. I'm going to take them. Purdue on the road. They got to get one of these against Indiana, and I was on the other side of that game. They battled all the way back, had a chance to win, lost. Against Northwestern, had control of the game late, melted, lost. They've gone to Michigan State. They've gone to Michigan. They've got some road wins, but this is a tough place. College Park, you don't want to be messing around here. I do think Purdue still has the advantages. They're 23-3. This is the type of game that you need to respond if you're as good as people say Purdue is. And no matter what, we're digging all the metrics. There's one thing that Purdue has that nobody else has, and that's Zach Edey. 22-13 on the year. Obviously, he's a monster, 7'5". I mean, there's just no way to replicate that. Now, Maryland's got some length, there's no doubt, but they've Purdue's paired shooters around him, and he is just an eraser on both sides of the ball. They're averaging 74 points per game, 34% from three. None of that really matters to me. This is a good team. Obviously, they've got, some younger guards in the backcourt, but everything is coming together for Purdue. They've shown me enough on the road where I'm okay backing a team like this in a super hostile environment, because Maryland's good. They're 17-8, really good at home. 1-5 of 6, 70 points per game, 30% from three. They're not a great shooting team. They live in the paint, and that's part of the reason stylistically. You can look at it both ways. You can say they've got the bodies to deal with Edey, but also where they want to score is where Edey's going to be involved, and he doesn't foul. More balanced attack, 4 in double figures. But I look at this game, you can do a couple things. First of all, oddshopper.com. You can find 1.5. You may be at minus 115. 2 at minus 105 is going to give us an extra payout if we can get there. And I do think that I'd rather go that route. DraftKings is what has it at 2 at minus 105. You see that right there. I'm going to call for Purdue to go in there and get it. Limit the turnovers, make your shots, lean on Edey, and escape. The first time these teams played, Purdue crushed them on the boards. Neither team could shoot, and Purdue did hold on. They were up big at home, and they held on for a win. Kind of expect the same thing here, not in the sense that they're up big, but I do think they'll ultimately hold on for a win. Get the card started. Purdue -2 at minus 105. Now, got to add a couple pieces to this parlay, of course, but if you're betting parlays, if you're betting things where you know that, again, your chance of success is very low, but you're looking for that high upside, you want to take advantage of the offers. And if you don't play on DraftKings, you can bet 5 and win 150 on any sport at DK Sportsbook. Just go to the link below. As a new user, you got to be a new user. You sign up. You put in your $5. Bet it on a pregame money line, and it must win. Take Houston. Look at that. Minus 1,600. Normally, you'd win a couple cents for that bet. Instead, you're going to turn it into $150 if they win. It is that simple. Got to be 21 plus. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, one on the board, scrolling. There's a lot of games that I do potentially like. Towson caught my eye. Almost put them in here. Maybe Rice, but no, we're going late night. So after Purdue coverage, you can go get some dinner, do what you need to do, and get ready. Oh boy. The Miners. This team, if you watch this video, you've seen them before. It's an interesting little game here. We'll start with UAB. UAB is the favorite, 6-point favorite on the road. They're a good team, 18-8. They've won 5 of 6. They've got Jelly Walker. He averages 22 points a game. 82 points per game for this team, 36% from three. They want to play fast. They want to get up and down. Not the best defensive-minded team because they outscore their opponents. They take a lot of threes. They beat UTEP the first time. That was on their home floor by 6 points. In that game, UAB shot horrible from three, but UTEP committed 25 turnovers. Both of those things are wildly unsustainable, like all teams. UAB prefers to be at home. They have losses on the road to Florida Atlantic, great team. Florida International, not a great team. Middle Tennessee State, North Texas, solid team. We're getting 6 points at home here. UTEP is not a great team. They're 12-13. They're 10-4 at home. They're 2-9 every other gym in the country. Obviously, they prefer to be at home. They can't score. 68 points per game, 27% from three. Please stop taking threes, UTEP. I hope, and I love their coach. He's probably my favorite coach in the country. He will get them to get back to what they were doing early. Lean on the defensive side, rebound the ball. They did break their losing streak last time out, got a win against Texas San Antonio, who's terrible. Again, this team's stronger at home. Before that, if you look at the box scores, UTEP had lost 5 straight games. Let's dig into that. They lost 5 straight games. They lost to Florida Atlantic at home in a competitive game. Florida Atlantic's amazing. Then they played 3 straight road games against good teams, and they lost all them. I don't really care about that. Then they lost to Charlotte at home. That's just a bad loss. They couldn't shoot in that game. They tried to make a comeback. Wasn't happening. I look at this team. I think they're perpetually undervalued for a 12-13 team. They're strong at home. They can dictate the tempo. I think this could come under 142. If they do that, I'm going to call for a close game here against UAB. This is a weird spot for them. They played some emotional, difficult, top-end teams in the conference. Now they got to go to El Paso to take on this minor squad. I think UTEP is in a pretty good spot to at least hang. We're getting 6 points. It is taking a little pressure at minus 115. I don't think that'll be there by tip, and I'm okay with that. I want to grab it now to put them on the board. They will be the dog in this parlay. Not that we need one. I go where the board takes me, but Purdue -2, UTEP +6. Got one more for you, but as I said, there's a million other games. There's a million different ways to do this. You can go conservative, of course. You can do like money line parlays if some of the teams I'm mentioning, you think they just win the game, or you can get crazy and go UTEP money line and really pump it up. All that type of discussion. It's in Discord. Hop in Discord. Again, the link is in the description. You come in, 50% off your first week. Super easy, super fun, and it's just a cool community. Check it out at the very least. We hope you stick around. I think you're gonna if you come on in. You see all the faces there, everyone you see on Oddshopper. Purdue, UTEP, one more. Gonzaga. There it is. Been waiting for it. Put them in another video today. I think this is a revenge season for Gonzaga. They take on Loyola Marymount. Loyola Marymount beat them the first time in the kennel, snapping the 70-something home court win streak. I would know because in that game, I stupidly liked Gonzaga. But I like them against here. 153.5 point total. That's important to me. Why? It says that the first game, in terms of tempo, was an admiration. They held Gonzaga to 67 points. That's just not going to happen. This is the best offense in the country. They score the most points. They have the best field goal percentage. Gonzaga still is Gonzaga offensively. The reason that they haven't been as good this year has been defensively. But again, I still think when I look at this, Gonzaga's offense can dictate this entire game if they get out and they get going quickly. Timmy's the best player on the floor. He was not in the first game. It was Shelton for Loyola Marymount. I just look at Gonzaga. They lost to St. Mary's on the road in overtime in a brutal game. They got knocked off by Loyola Marymount. Everything else has been fine. They've gone on the road, Santa Clara, San Francisco, BYU, those type of teams. I'm not saying they breezed through them, but they got those wins. And I think here, to get swept would be something. Now, they got to cover by 9 or more. So it's not just will they win the game. They probably will win the game. It's will they cover the number. Loyola Marymount is a tough evaluation. They're strong at home. There's no doubt about it. They've dropped 3 of 4 all road games. They kind of live and die by the 3. They take some threes. They make some threes. I still think Gonzaga has pretty much the advantage everywhere. Maybe Loyola's offense against Gonzaga's suspect defense, but I'm not sure that's a big deal. If Gonzaga makes them play at the tempo that they're accustomed to, I think this is going to be trouble. I think Gonzaga will have a much better effort. In the first game, Gonzaga left a ton of points on the board, on the line. Loyola had double the amount of turnovers in Gonzaga and still won that game. I think there's some outlier nature to it. I'll call for the Zags to really show that they're still the elite team there. Set up another clash with St. Mary's soon enough. Win double digits going away. Zags get revenge. There we have it. Look at this card. Purdue, UTEP, Gonzaga. You put them together. Plus 596 on the board. Nearly 6-1. And that is what we're going to hope to do. Again, hit one of those, you get a lot of runway. You get, a couple freebies for weeks if you're betting parlays. And that's all it takes. 1 or 2 of these to connect. And that's what we're going to try to do. Purdue going down. We're getting points. So obviously the pressure's coming in on Maryland. You see it at -1.5 now. That's the type of stuff. Again, if you're in Discord, it is important because lines can and will move. Just want to say thanks as always. I enjoyed doing this, having some fun, taking some risks. For Purdue, UTEP, and Gonzaga, and everyone here at Oddshopper, good luck. Enjoy all the games today. And of course, stay tuned for even more content here at Oddshopper.